A few months back, spy photographers caught the new CLE63 doing what every proper AMG should do, lapping the Nurburgring with a fury. At that time, we only had visual proof, but that's changed. Several CLE63 prototypes have now been filmed up close in Europe, and the noise doesn't lie. There's a thumping, unmistakable V8 growl under the hood. While specific details about the V8 and these CLE63 prototypes aren't known, it's widely expected to be the latest version of the 4-liter twin-turbo unit the carmaker has been using for several years. If you're familiar with this engine, the soundtrack alone will take you back. It has a throaty, unapologetic rumble that the 4-cylinder C63 could only dream of. The existing Mercedes-AMG SL63 rocks this same engine and produces 577 horsepower and 590 pound-feet of torque. While that may be significantly less than the new C63's output, it's still plenty of power. We'd love to see AMG's engineers tweak this engine for use in the CLE63 to push it over 600 horsepower, but there's no guarantee that'll happen. Nevertheless, the lack of a visual charging port on any of these prototypes suggests that the V8 powered models may skip heavy-handed hybridization. That said, a mild hybrid system is still on the table, which would improve efficiency without diluting the V8 experience. There's also speculation that the new CLE63 might come with a second powertrain option, offering a choice for buyers who can't quite decide between old-school muscle and cutting-edge tech. Rumor has it that this variant could wear the e-Performance badge, potentially packing a plug-in hybrid setup similar to the one found in the C63 SE Performance. In that model, a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder engine is paired with a rear-mounted electric motor, a 6.1 kilowatt battery, and a fully variable all-wheel drive system. When everything's working in concert, this setup churns out an impressive 671 horsepower and 752 pound-feet of torque. Such an option might sound peculiar to purists, but for those willing to embrace the hybrid future, this could be a great option. Now, why is Mercedes bringing the V8 back? Simply put, because of the slow sales of the 4-cylinder models. Mercedes loves money, like any company does, and if something isn't working and not making enough profit, they adapt. That's the only way to survive. It's the same reason they jumped on the fully electric bandwagon until they saw the EV market take a nosedive and scrapped those plans. The current C63 just isn't selling. Sure, it boasts plenty of horsepower and torque that could theoretically tilt the Earth's axis, but let's be honest. Swapping a V8 for a turbocharged 4-cylinder hybrid, F1 inspired or not, just isn't going to satisfy AMG fans right now. But slow sales aren't the only reason for the change. According to Autocar, dealers were concerned that the customers might be confused by the higher class CLE63 having a 4-cylinder engine, while its younger brother, the CLE53, comes with a larger 6-cylinder engine. That concern makes sense. And let's not forget about its main rival, the BMW M4, which offers a bulletproof inline 6. Given the choice between a 4-cylinder Mercedes and a 6-cylinder BMW, most buyers would pick the extra cylinders over an additional 160 horsepower. But now, with a hybrid V8, Mercedes becomes a much more attractive option. There are also rumors that AMG is planning to reintroduce the V8 in, you guessed it, the C63 and GLC63, and possibly even the next E63. When asked about this during last month's 2024 Beijing Auto Show, Markus Schaefer, Mercedes head of R&D, told Autocar that they're closely monitoring C63 and GLC63 sales to decide their next move. As for when we'll finally see the new CLE63 and its V8, that's still a mystery. Mercedes has been tight-lipped, but experts think we could see a reveal sometime in 2025. It seems mild hybrid technology is the only way for automakers to keep high-performance models emission-compliant while still keeping weight in check. Mercedes isn't alone in this approach. BMW is also going mild hybrid with the next generation of the M3. BMW's M division has already confirmed that the combustion-powered replacement for today's M3 will retain straight-six power, and now Dirk Heckar, head of development at BMW's high-performance division, told Car Scoops that the next M3's heart will be a 48-volt mild hybrid powertrain and not a plug-in hybrid. The M3's most obvious rival, the Mercedes-AMG C63S, for now only features a heavily electrified 4-cylinder engine, but the solution adds a huge amount of weight, as it does on the new M5. Unlike the M5, which can do at least 42 miles on electric power, the C63 has a range of just 8 miles. Speaking at the launch of the G90 series M5 in Munich, Hecker, a BMW M veteran and number 2 to CEO Frank Van Meel, said there was no point in adding the extra weight of a plug-in hybrid system unless you were going to get the benefit of a usable electric range, which has practical benefits as well as massive tax implications in select markets. But since BMW will also sell an EV version of the M3, it can afford to keep the combustion version lighter and relatively purer. Both models will ride on the same Neo Class platform that debuts next year on the new iX3 SUV and will then be used for the new 3 Series, scheduled for launch in 2026. The M3 Duo likely won't arrive on the market until later, with the electric version debuting first in 2027 and the internal combustion car following. Hecker won't confirm exactly how much power the next internal combustion model will make, but experts guess that it'll be north of 600 horsepower. The current M3 competition launched in 2021 with 503 horsepower, but a tweaked version of the same S58 straight 6 pumps out 542 horsepower in the M3 CS and the M4 CSL. So squeezing at least 580 horsepower out of the combustion engine won't be a problem for BMW. Whatever BMW M ends up extracting from the internal combustion M3's inline 6, it will still be far less powerful than the EV, though that will of course be much heavier. The M division has been spotted testing a current i4 fitted with wide arches and converted to run a quad motor drivetrain capable of producing over 1,000 horsepower. However, the electric M3 might not deliver that much grunt, at least not in its base specification. Although BMW has trademarked the iM3 name, CEO Van Meel said last November that the electric M3 would continue to use the same badge as the combustion car. Hecker didn't say at the M5 launch which M3 he thought would be more popular, but it sounds like BMW is betting on the EV. The company's best-selling M car is surprisingly the i4 M50, and M predicts EVs will take 80% of sales by the decade's end. But we'll see about that. That's all I have for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.